What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, as you guys can see by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be installing a Downstar dress-up bolt kit for my GTR. Shout out to Frank and the team over there at Downstar over in LA. They're good homies of mine now, and they actually sent me out a kit for my F80 as well. So Frank hit me up and he's like, yo, you want a kit for your GTR? And of course I didn't say no, so now we have a dress-up bolt kit for the GTR that we're going to be putting on in this video today. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy. As always, make sure you guys drop a like, comment down below, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow Downstar on Instagram as well. Everything will be linked in the description below. And now let's get into this video. All right, here's what you get when you order a dress-up bolt kit from Downstar. If you guys aren't familiar with Downstar, they actually started as a skateboarding company, and now they do all these dress-up bolts for all makes and models out there. You name it, they probably have a dress-up bolt kit for your car. So definitely check out their website. It'll be linked down below, and they probably have one for your car now if you're watching, especially if you own a BMW, which is probably most of you guys. But yeah, this is what you get sent out. Some nice decals from the team, and then we have the actual diagram and instructions right here. And it's actually pretty cool how they label the instructions. Like for example, this would be step number 1, step 2, so on and so forth. So they kind of have it organized in a perfect way so you don't get lost if this is your first time, and everything is pretty neatly organized. And we're going to be replacing all these factory bolts in the GTR engine bay that look like that. And we're going to be changing them out to brand new hardware with the red accents, of course. Again, the red engine cover, the red guts, the red interior, and also the red center caps and new red brake calipers. I had to go with red. As you guys can see, there's a theme going on here with the GTR logo even being red as well. So yeah, when Frank hit me up, we went back and forth, and he also agreed that red would actually pop the most. So that's ultimately the kit that we went with. So yeah, most of these bolts will be replaced, and even some on the hood itself, like bolts like that. So yeah, can't wait to see what the end result looks like. But let's go ahead and open up the instructions and see what's the first step. All right, here are the instructions. Again, it has a color coordinated diagram. It has the tools that you'll need for the install, and then it tells you all the different bolts that it includes. So there's 12 total sets of bolts that we're gonna be replacing. And yeah, I'm just gonna follow along with the diagram. Everything is color coordinated. So yeah, the team over there at Downstar make it really seamless and easy to follow along. Similar to my F80, I have a bunch of Ziplocs here and a Sharpie, and I'm gonna start crossing off any of the bolts that I actually get done installing. And then I'm also gonna label the OEM ones so I can put them in a box somewhere and keep it organized just in case I ever do need to revert back. But now we're gonna move on to the installation, and I'm actually gonna skip 1, 2, and 3 because you actually need a rib nut tool, which it also says right here. So I'm gonna get that tomorrow. Here we go. I have a hex 5 and a 6 for my F80 install. All right, first screw is going down. It's actually not connected to anything because I have aftermarket blow off valves and intakes. So yeah, it's gonna sit like that. And these are a hex 5 or 6, I believe, to tighten it down. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Like so. Next are the 4 bolts holding in the fender. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the same on the other side. The OEM fender bolts are just held in by a 10mm, so I just broke them, and now they should come out. Just like that. That red just pops in the engine bay. Whew. All right, easy as that. And they look amazing. The red, again, really pops from the pearl white paint. Now to do the other side. All right, other side is done. Looking good. On to the next step. Next on the list are the headlight bolts right here, and it's just 2 10mm, 1 and 2. Again, just hand tight so we don't break any of the plastics, and just like that, headlight bolts are done. And then we also did the other side as well. Next up is the hood latch on the actual hood itself, and this is held in by a 13mm. And this is actually going to be a hex size 6 to put on the hood bolt. Other side. Just like that, both of the hood bolts are in. Super easy. Shout out to the mini carbon strut bar, like on the BMWs. But yeah, the next bolts are here. I think they're also 13 millimeters. I think there's 2 on this side and maybe 3 on the other side. All right, that was easy. Next, I'm gonna do this center brace bolt. It's just a 10 millimeter as well. Got my little helpers, Asa and Kona. Next are these 2 hood bolts. Once you get the 13 millimeter nut off, it's just replaced with another 13, but it also has a red washer. Yes, sir. Now we're gonna move to the struts. It's gonna be 3 12 millimeter nuts on each side. All right, 1 strut down, 1 to go. But the last thing that we're gonna do on this list is the radiator support, and that's just these 6 right here. It's these faded green bolts right here on the side. Kit is coming together so far, and now I took off this front piece. I actually just realized that my car has aftermarket intakes as well as the blow-off valve, so that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, kit is coming together. It looks amazing. You guys see all of the cool red bolts that we have in the engine bay now. I actually just went and picked up this rib nut tool from Advanced Auto Parts. It's like 10 bucks. And you just thread the rib nut onto this tool, and you hold this bolt where my thumb is with a 16 millimeter wrench, and then you tighten the top right here with an Allen key. And what that will do is it'll compress this rib nut to like a mushroom. So I just did that off camera on 2 of the bolts. This is for the headlight washer, and then I also did one up here for the hood, and it worked out perfectly. It is a 2-hand process, so I'm gonna work on the other hood latch now, and then we'll get to the front bolts right here. So what you're left with is this mechanism. Again, I have my 60 millimeter socket on this bolt right here that I'm gonna hold in place. I have the rib nut itself threaded on as tight as it can go. And then from the top, while holding this still, I'm going to turn the Allen key and tighten it. And it's gonna compress this rib nut into place. This is what you're left with. So now we actually have something to thread our bolt into. All right, so first step is you wanna thread the rib nut onto the little tool right here. Make sure it's seated all the way at the top. Then you can place it into the hole. That's what she said. And then I'm gonna put my 16 millimeter wrench over top, and I'm gonna hold this still while tightening with my Allen key. And now it's lodged in there. But now all you have to do is just hold it still, break it to the left, and you should be able to unscrew the actual tool itself, leaving the rib nut into the desired opening. Just like that. And now when we put our plastic cover back on, I can drill the actual hardware from Downstar through, and now it has somewhere to grab onto, just like that. Super easy. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for the remaining, I think 10 on the front, and then we have a few on the back. Again, now it's lodged in there and it can't come out. All right, we just finished up the front section, and now we can put this cover back on. And as you guys can see, there is a rib nut now exposed that we could screw the provided hardware into. And lastly, we're gonna do these last 4 bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that should wrap it up for this install. All right, we just got done with all the rib nuts. So now we can put everything back into place. Just like that, all done. Give you guys an update now. All of the front bolts are in. and then all down the sides. Looks fucking sick. All right, just about done. Just to keep it 100% transparent with you, this bolt up here on the front, if you guys don't have the rib nut seated 100% flush into the hole before tightening down, it will spin, and that's what happened with this one. So right now, the entire assembly, the bolt and the rib nut are spinning, and I tried to get underneath to use some vice grips to hold the rib nut, but there's no room. So right now, it's just kind of stuck there, but we'll fix it in the future. Again, only I notice, and those of you guys that are watching this video will know. But overall, take a look. It matches the engine cover perfectly. It matches the interior, the BBS center caps, everything. Didn't think red would be the theme of this car when I initially got it, but that is what it's transitioned to. The brake calipers as well, how could we forget, from Motion Auto Studios. But yeah, everything is looking hella nice. This reminds me of when I installed their Dress-Up Bolt Kit on my F80. I absolutely love it. Again, the smallest details make such a huge difference.
Flashback.
All right, we are here at PSI in Oviedo, Florida. Shout out to Sean and the team over here. He's been killing it for years. Show you guys the parking lot, a bunch of sick BMWs. And then yeah, we're finally getting the car aligned 2 weeks after we installed the Swift springs. And then yeah, after this, then we can finally move on to the next phase of the GTR, which I'm gonna get the calipers painted at Motion Auto Studios. So that'll be in a coming video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're finally getting the GTR aligned. Honestly, after installing the Swift springs, the alignment still feels good, still feels straight. The steering wheel doesn't pull to the left or right. It's actually a new M5 right here on the lift, but they have one of the nicest alignment machines in Orlando, so that's why we came here. And yeah, I actually took my F80 here to get aligned as well. So if you guys are in the Orlando area, definitely hit up PSI if you need anything in that realm. Damn, I don't see my car from the outside often. Damn, she's sitting good now and sounds fucking amazing. There she goes. So coming back to AST suspension, they actually have a coilover setup for the GTR as well. That is something I'm definitely looking into. These Swift springs are definitely temporary because honestly I want a bigger drop one day, but for now these will do just fine for the price. But yeah, later on we're gonna switch to a full coilover setup, whether that be AST, KW, or some other brands that are for the GTR. That'll probably be later this year though. Sheesh. Couple E30, E36 restoration projects. We have a M5 on the lift getting an exhaust, suspension, mid-pipe. You guys will see that car at Invasion. A couple other cars in for maintenance, and then we have my baby on the lift getting that alignment. Looking fucking sick. Show you guys the parking lot real quick. I think this is a fashion gray. I don't know. It has a little metallic to it, so correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it looks like fashion gray. G80, one of my favorite colors that BMW offers for sure. Here's that Laguna Seca 2025 G80 M3 that Ken, the Daily Driven, just did a review on. You can tell because of the new Fang style headlights. Those look pretty cool. It's got a whole Vorsteiner lip on it, and you got the sick, I forget which brown interior. I think that combo looks amazing. The brown with the blue really pops. You probably will see this car at Invasion as well. Make sure you guys check out the Daily Driven's channel. He has a full video on this, so make sure you guys check it out. We have a orange F80 M3, another Laguna Seca E46 M3. Damn, this E90 is clean on the FIRs with the CCVs. That's a sick combo. Frozen. Hell yeah. A couple other cars here. What I love about PSI is they're only like 10 minutes from my house, so it's super convenient. Sheesh. Talk to him nicely. All right, looks like the alignment is all done. It's so weird seeing your own car driving from the outside. Looks and sounds so good. All right, we are back in the GTR. Alignment was all done. Only took an hour or so, pretty quick over here. Here's the alignment spec sheet, but overall he said he didn't need to make that many adjustments. Obviously the camera's adjusted a little bit, but again, huge shout out to PSI, another reputable shop here in Orlando. If you guys need anything done, make sure you guys hit up the team over here. They'll definitely take care of you. And they also have a shop in Winter Park that's more performance oriented, so make sure you guys hit them up. Look, we have another helper today. His name's Enzo. But we are back home right now. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you to Downstar, thank you to PSI for doing the alignment. The dress up bolt kit looks amazing. I loved how they turned out. So huge shout out to the Downstar team for setting it out. Make sure you guys hit them up and get a kit for your car. Everything will be linked in the description below. Next weekend is Beamer Invasion, so I hope to see some of you guys there. I am bringing the GTR down there, so I hope to see a bunch of you guys from Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you guys say hello if you guys see me. And yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend, can't wait. But I wanna thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, peace.